What's up, you guys? Welcome to El Pumpcast
So number 5.
5. Hey, guys. So, if you guys are watching this on YouTube or Spotify and you notice there's no video, so this is just audio, it's just because we've had a lot going on and we still have not mastered the audio and the recording with it's just been chaotic and
We're not masters
we're
yet.
not masters yet. And before all this, I don't know if Chris's microphone is jammed or something.
I think it's
Um,
just old. It was like so that microphone. Remember, you had it for a while.
Yeah, well, the other microphone, the one that Chris has, my brother gifted it to us, and then this one, the one I have, the black one, is
Af-
new.
After his rapping career failed.
Shout out to my bro, David. I love you. So you know that era where everyone was trying to be some rappers, the Spotify rapper era.
No, SoundCloud.
Yeah, Spotify, SoundCloud, soon to be Spotify. But yeah. So it's been there, and I guess it's just throughout time. I don't know if it's been like thrown around, but Chris actually dropped it the other day, and it's like halfway doblado in the corners.
It's not doblado.
Yes, it is.
It's a little bit bent, but I don't
And
think that's why.
yeah, unless it's some audio thing we need to do on the computer. I don't
Mhm.
know. But yeah. So a lot has been going on in a good way, and we finally are getting this episode done. And we are actually sitting in the closet at this moment because at the gym, it's been hard because we've been so busy, a lot of things going on before and after the gym. And in order for us to record the podcast, we have to record like after hours. If not, then it's too noisy and stuff, and we can't get the recording done. But yeah, so
Yeah, but anyways, let's get into it here. Irma, you want to get into your quote of the week?
slash weeks, yes. So my quote of the week is "You are one decision away from a different lifestyle" by Ed Milet. Basically, I chose this quote because a lot has been going on this week, and there's been a lot of decisions that I've had to make in within the days. I don't know why everything feels funny right now, but
You have the giggle.
I have giggles. Yeah. So basically, it was kind of like relatable, like certain things I have to say yes or no to, and that also defines like what the next thing going on in your life is. So it's kind of like nowadays, just saying yes to certain things and not being scared and stuff. So I kind of felt like I related to it. Yeah. I feel like just a lot has been going on in my mind right now that like it's kind of hard to put it into words. But yeah, what about you? A quote or something positive?
Well, I kind of want to go off that, like what you said, like you are
Are you,
one.
are you taking my quote?
No, I'm not. But I really like what it says. You are one decision away. Let me read it again. We are one decision away from a different lifestyle. I like that. Ed Milet. So yeah, Irma was watching that Ed Milet podcast, and just to kind of break it down, he was basically just saying that you know we tend to like take life and take not just life but like certain things for granted, and he was just kind of talking about when his dad had he got diagnosed with cancer, and like they gave him a certain amount of time to live and stuff like that. So he was just kind of saying like that the dad was like at his grandchildren's games, and like even though he was like at a chemo and hurting and stuff, like he was still there, like cause he didn't want to miss those last few days with, excuse me, with his family, and like being able to like see his grandchildren do certain things, cause to him in his mind he was like, well, what if this is the last time that I get to see them play, or it's just get to like get to be around them. So I really like that how he kind of he said it in different words, obviously, but I really like how he said it, that like just don't take things for granted. And yeah, I feel like these past weeks that like 2 weeks ago we went to Eagle Pass, and even though we just went for like a day and a half, kind of like I was kind of happy I got to I saw my family. We went to Mexico and like went to a baseball game, and it kind of just brought back like memories and stuff from when I used to play, and Irma was there to kind of like witness it, and I saw people that I hadn't seen in like 10 plus years, since I moved over here. It hasn't been 10 years since I moved here, but to Austin,
Almost.
almost 10 years. But I hadn't seen like
Wait.
these men that I grew up playing with.
Just kidding. It's 5 years.
No, it's been 7 years,
1921 years. 6 years.
6.
What the?
But I moved here in 2018.
19, 20, 21, 22. Wow. I don't know. I counted 5 and then I counted 6 and then I counted 7. So I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, getting back to it. Um, yeah, just not taking things for granted. Like just not seeing those people for a long time. It kind of brought back like really, really good memories from when I was growing up playing with them, and just kind of like I cherished those Sunday games. So it was pretty cool. What did you think about that little 1 day and a half trip?
I would say it was a pretty cool experience because I think it was like the 50-year-olds and up.
Yeah, it was the older men. So it's like a 50-year-old and up
Yeah.
league.
It,
They're called Los Veteranos. That's what they're called, like
and
the
it's
Veteranos League.
crazy because like I mean we just literally crossed over and I was like, dang, we're already in Mexico. And it was a cool thing to see. I did see a lot of like younger kids and stuff and like senoras watching like probably watching their men and stuff playing. But it was cool. I think it was a championship game and they
Hmm.
actually took it serious because there was a lot of people there.
There was so many people there.
Yeah.
I was like in awe because I remember like games like that, and it was so cool to like finally be like on the other side of the stands.
What does it mean when someone says you were in awe?
Like I was
You were
in
in awe.
no, like I was in awe, like whoa,
Or
like in shock,
like
kind of, like in shock, kind of, yeah.
like in shock slash awe.
Oh no, it was like I was in awe. I think
I've never heard you say that.
I think that's what it means.
Was you were in
I was in awe. Everything's funny to Ermorin.
That's funny. No, but yeah, it was cute though. It was cute seeing like the older men playing and stuff.
And then it was kind of cool. I kind of felt like 'cause we were with my uncle, right? So we picked up my mom's brother, my tío Hugo, and we got there, and obviously he introduced me to a lot of these people that I kind of grew up playing with over there. So it was kind of cool that like now that I'm older and like I might look a little, I don't look that different. I still kind of have the same like face, that little kid face, but like
They recognized you.
yeah, they did. But like some of them, I hadn't seen them so long, and it took them a while. Like, and my tío Hugo was like, presento a alguien, like somebody I want you to meet, and then they would like stare at me and it's Chris, and like it was cool. Like,
Well, they were in awe.
and no, they were.
No, but yeah, that I did see that. I was like, oh, that is so cute. Uh, but I mean, I'm sure they were used to you being like a little huerquillo running around and stuff, being bad to the bone, and then you're all like grown, so they're in awe.
Bad.
But that's cool. Yeah, I had a great time. So I went and it was a Sunday and we went. One thing I wanted to also go to Piedras was to get some new tejanas and stuff. Um, for the Besame Mucho concert. I do have my hats already, but I kind of wanted a new one. I wanted a new black one. I used to have another one, but it was Chris's, and then I ended up giving it to my nephew. So it's nowhere longer to be found. Or have you
It's no,
seen? No longer to be seen.
no, no longer to be seen.
And so we went and stuff, and I ended up getting two suede tejanas, but then
Is that
supposedly
what they're called?
I don't know. I feel it. I feel that. That's
Where
what I call them.
where did you get this term from?
I don't know. I've always said that. What do you want to call them? Sombreros?
Yeah. I
I feel like tejanas. Isn't that what I called? Maybe a different term.
I never heard anybody say tejanas until I heard you say it. And then I think you kind of made like a hand gesture, like a cap, wearing a cap. So, and I thought automatically in my head, I was like, oh, she's probably talking about a sombrero,
Yeah.
which is what you were talking about. But I've never heard that term, tejana, like
Oh.
referring to as a sombrero.
Pues maybe I'm making that up because my Spanish is not.
I think so, because your Spanish is a no sabo, bro.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, sombrero or tejana or hat. So we got it because of the best. Well, I wanted one in general overall. I ended up buying two. And I was like, oh, I could wear it at the Best and Mucho Festival. And then it was going to rain. And then I was like, well, it's 80% chance to rain. I'm not trying to wear it because it's suede, you know? And then the whole weather flopped and it's all, it got all cold and stuff. So, like, I ended up wearing it, but it did fly out of my head like 3, 4 times and almost knocked someone out. But
The weather kind of just it took a whole 180-degree turn.
yeah, that was crazy. I didn't even know it was going to be cold in April.
It should be like nice and warm right now because Easter's coming up. And
Yeah.
I just remember Easter, like when we would go out to the park and stuff, it was always like warm and sunny outside, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
No.
We'll see how it is this Easter.
Yeah, but we did have a great time. Again, I think what I would have had a better time if it wasn't cold and my feet didn't hurt. I did get a lot of feedback about not wearing my boots, and I'm glad I did because the floor wasn't even that bad. I think if you're used to wearing boots and you break them in pretty well, like, you know, they'll fit good. They won't be achy. Maybe double socket and stuff, you know, but
Yeah, I feel like that's what we did see. Like a lot of people saying, "Don't wear boots. Don't wear jeans and this and that." Bro, we get there and I see
90% of the people
90%. Yeah,
wearing their boots.
everybody's wearing boots, jeans, obviously because it was cold. But yeah, little feedback from that. I think I liked it. It just I told her it was the weather
I
that
think the wind and the weather, yeah, the weather and the strong wind made it chaotic. You know what I mean? I feel like it could have been funner, like more just staying still, vibing, dancing. Pero ni podías bailar because you're all stiff. Like my lower back was all stiff. I felt like I was hunched over most of the time. Like a lot of people were holding onto their hats. You know what I mean?
yeah, there was hats flying everywhere.
Yeah.
But overall, I had a good time. I feel like I mean, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a good time. That's the thing. It was a good time. I did enjoy it. It was just really good bands playing at the same time. So that's one thing. But I mean, that's part of a festival, you know?
We need a petition for it to be a 2-day festival.
Yeah, I think it should be. I think it also could have been a 2-day festival. But then again, we don't know. We're not festival pros. So we don't know like what the steps are to that, you know, because it's kind of new. I think this is like what, like
Yeah,
third year?
no, second.
No,
Yeah, this is the second year Best of Mucho.
no, because remember Janet has been twice to LA.
The one in LA, but here in Texas,
Oh, in Austin, this is the second
this
one.
is
Yeah,
the second. Yeah.
but isn't it the same thing? The same fruit? Oh,
No,
maybe not. Right? Maybe
yeah, but over there, like different bands go.
that's true.
It's not always the same ones.
Yeah, but overall, it was fun. Definitely recommend. I'm not really of a festival person, so I'm not like hell yeah, I'm gonna go next year, maybe. But in general, like I like concerts where I like my little assigned seat.
Hmm.
So that's just how I am. But
And festivals can kind of get pricey too.
that too, just be ready
Yeah.
to spend. But it was a good time. I definitely recommend people to go out there. The performances were amazing, and the people were really nice. The bartenders were really nice too, so I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They were really nice.
They were really nice.
Unlike, I always feel like that, like bartenders kind of like they have this nothing against. I don't know if I have friends that are bartenders. I don't think so.
Well, think
Anyways,
about it. They deal with a lot of like
no,
people that are
but like just because of those drunk people, like
oh, they treat
they
everybody.
treat everybody like they'll cut you off for no reason, you know, like
Yeah, or not even cut you off, or like not like up to you.
just be rude. And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you ain't gotta do all that. Like,
And also think about it. Like some people, they might just be having a bad day that moment, or you got
yeah,
them in the wrong moment.
then don't go to work. No, it was a fun experience overall.
What else did we do?
I think my what did it? So so Adro, he's your brother-in-law, but what do you call him? What is he to me, Adro? I know in Spanish he's like my concuño.
Isn't he your brother-in-law too?
Is that is that the term, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the heck is concuño?
Like concuño in Spanish, you say it's mi concuño.
So it's brother.
So he's your cuñado.
Oh, he's my cuñado in Spanish. Oh yeah, but in Spanish, I get it's still your brother-in-law, but in Spanish it's like extra.
My brother-in-law was like, so he doesn't really like to like be out and about and
Well,
stuff.
first he didn't even want to go to this thing. He just really like chill vibes. My brother-in-law's like chill, and he likes to be boring. Nothing wrong with being boring, but he likes to be boring and literally just lounge in the garage and watch soccer all day,
Which is cool.
which is cool. I mean,
That's chill.
he's not a party animal, you know.
Neither are we, but
Just a little bit. No, just a little bit. But oh yeah, say it. Sorry.
oh yeah. Well, no, you told you. I didn't hear him when he said.
So yeah, so we had a great time. We were walking back to the truck. It was like a 26-minute walk, and it was like a blizzard. We're like walking, you know, like the SpongeBob episode where like they're walking towards the wind. Like that's how we all were.
They're walking against the wind.
Yeah, and my tejana flew off. Well, my sombrero flew off like what 2 times. And anyways, so everyone's power walking. None of us are talking to each other. We're just all trying to make it back to the truck. We like hop in, and then April's like, "Don't you ever fucking bring me to this shit again." And like we just busted out laughing, and like we sat in the truck in silence because it was so windy that like the wind made your head hurt, like your body hurt, like it was just so chaotic and noisy. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get to your destination.
Yeah, I think the last like 30 minutes that we were there,
Yes,
my
dude.
back was aching so bad.
We only saw Peso Pluma perform what, like 2 songs? After that, we were out.
Like a song and a half.
Yeah, a song and a half.
Which I was kind of bummed. I wanted to see him, but
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like if it was hot, warm, we would have been like chill, you know. But anyways, enough of that. Um, and oh yeah, and then we also now the gym stuff. So we actually had our little mini trophies for our members and stuff. They're super cute.
so yeah, we do for our listeners out there, we have our weeks split up to where like it's one week we do nothing but strength strength exercises, and like everything is heavy based, and especially like on our big movements like our squats, our bench, our deadlifts, like we tend to really push our members like on those days that we do those types of movements, and then the following week we'll split it into our endurance week, which is a lot more cardio based. Everything's like high repetition. We're moving a lot quicker when compared to our strength weeks. Um, so yeah, back to the little PR trophies. PR trophies. So PR stands for personal record. If you don't know, um, we finally we were able to get the names off the board, like the leaderboard, and Irma put together all these trophies, and she labeled them with like everybody's name and like who got first place, second place on certain things. And we just decided to do first and second place, but when we made a post about it, we put the third places on there. But yeah, it was pretty cool to like to hand them out, and all the members were excited about them. They're just little like plastic trophies. Like it's nothing crazy, but yeah, I feel like everybody enjoyed them. It was kind of like motivating in a sense, like
Yeah, and it was cute and fun because my sister has this labeler, and I was like, I was just gonna give them out to people, but I'm like, no, it'd be cute to like label them, you know. So um, I was kind of nervous if our members weren't gonna like them because they were just like little chafa ones, but but they're cute AF, you know. And I'm like, oh, they could probably like stunt on people at work. If they work at the office and stuff. They can have their little trophies so like people can like know that they lift. You know, because sometimes you wear regular clothes and no one sees the gains.
they're like, hey, where'd you get that?
Yeah.
That little plastic trophy.
Hey, that little trophy though, it's like valuable because if it has there's people that lifted like 400. Who the heck lifted 400 pounds, Chris?
Or on what?
Somebody lifted 400 pounds. I remember seeing. I'm like 400 something. I don't know if it was his deadlifts maybe or
Well, I
squats.
know. Yeah, Chris does like a four. I've seen him do like 495 on deadlifts.
That guy's crazy. He got like 30 trophies. Yeah.
He got
No, he got like 5 trophies. I was like, what? I mean, Kaylin got a lot of trophies in Caro, right?
Caro, no, Caro got two. Presley got a handful.
Oh yeah, it was Presley and Kaylin, but still, like, they're strong.
They strong motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're strong. I'm really proud of all our members though, and I'm glad that they enjoy it as much as I do. Um, and even if like they don't get a trophy, like it makes me happy seeing like members like be scared of trying something and then they pick it up and then they look at us like, whoa, like it wasn't even that bad, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, see, you can do it. Like sometimes what's the worst thing that can happen when you can't pick it up or push it? Like just drop it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if
I
anything, your arm will just pop off. Something crazy.
No.
Nah, just kidding.
no. I feel like they're just maybe like scared to kind of fail in front of everybody,
Yeah.
you know? But that's what we're there for. We're there to obviously push them and encourage them that and tell them that they need to,
Gotta push it to the limit.
yeah, they got to push it to the limit,
That's true.
you know?
Yeah.
It's pretty fun to watch too, and it's like, especially, I think we've said this before, but like, especially with our moms, like our members that are moms, that they started their fitness journey here with us, and
Hmm.
to see like the progress that they've showed, and the improvements they've made, like the times that they've been here with us, it's pretty cool, and it's cool to watch,
Yeah.
and it's inspiring for sure,
No, that's true.
you know. That's how I kind of want to be. I always think like, damn, when we have kids, I'm like, I wonder how active we're gonna be, because I know it can get really hard. But that's one thing I kind of tell myself. I'm like,
It's just balancing out your life. Like, I know it's hard and I know I can't really give my opinion because I don't have kids, but we see it often. Like, for example, like my sister or like our members that have their kids and parents that trade off their kids. Like, like we have a couple and they have a younger baby and they'll like switch off at the gym, and that's like to show that like if you really want it, you'll do it. And they don't do that every day. Like if they come 3 to 4 times out of the week, that's
mhm,
better than nothing.
yeah,
And then like you just gotta want it at the end of the day. And also too, like I just hope that, you know, we'll balance it out in our lifetime in our life too, because we have like a business, but I feel like no one's ever ready. Like I feel like all the moms that have told me like parents never ready for their first kid or even the second kid. Like one kid might be better than the other. Not better like that, but one might be chiflado, the other one's not chiflado,
yeah, that was better than my brothers.
So and also too they say like how you treat your parents is how your kids are gonna turn out. So you gotta make sure if you're really bad, like I hope you don't have bad kids. But they're an inspiration. I know we say this all the time, but you know,
I hope we don't have kids that are flying out of cars.
yeah, for sure, definitely, yeah, definitely don't want that. Or yeah, or what's it called, graffitiing the schools, like no way.
Who did?
You graffitied the school. That's
I know, but I haven't said that. But it hurts that publicly.
yeah. So Chris has another story when he was younger. He graffitied the elementary school or the middle school.
No, my elementary school.
So loco.
Yeah, that was something bad.
But why? How did you even get a hold of this can?
I can't remember, but I remember the school was like, obviously it was a block away from my grandma's. I rode my bike there. It was after hours because the school was closed. And then I don't even remember what I sprayed, but I sprayed like multiple areas. And this janitor, I saw him, and this is the stupidest thing I did. So I saw the janitor, and I ride my bike up to him because he's over there like on the other side of the school and he's cleaning. And I tell him, I'm like, hey, alguien, like, that somebody had graffitied the school. And I guess he like looked at me like I looked suspicious, I
So
guess,
he knew who you were. Do you know who you were or no?
after the fact. But
Oh,
I guess I looked real suspicious when I told him. And again, I was young. I was probably like in third or fourth grade, fifth grade maybe. And he was like, okay, like go show me where. And there I go, showing him. So then, um, I remember he's kind of started like interrogating me, and I got scared, and like I remember kind of shoving him, and I grabbed my,
pobrecito señor.
and I go. He was like trying to like grab me because
Oh, he wanted to turn you in.
yeah, and I'm sure he knew I had done it. And then I kind of like not shoved him to where like he fell. I was a little kid. This is a grown ass man.
Yeah.
And I shoved him, and then I like grabbed my bike and I rode back to my grandma. So then the next day at school,
Suppose they have cameras.
well, I didn't think about that.
That's true. Right? You were like what, 5, 10?
No, I was in like in fourth or fifth grade.
So that's like 11, 12.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. I'm guessing.
You just throwing out random
Yeah.
numbers. And then yeah, I went to school the next day, and the first thing I get to my class,
They locked you up.
no, whoa, not yet. So I get to the class, and then they call me into the office, and I walk into the principal's office, and that same janitor, he's there.
Dang. See, they
So
probably knew you were.
yeah, and then
They probably saw your little bike on the camera.
no, and I still remember the secretary that used to work in the office, Miss De La Garza. She loved me, like she loved me, and I remember I like walked into the office and she just had like the biggest disappointment on her face, like look on her face, and I remember I was all crying and
So they did call your mom already? You knew she was on the way?
yeah, but there was already a cop there, so they puffed my ass.
Yeah, they probably did it to like scare you.
But probably scare the kids around too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You were a criminal.
no, they did put me in cuffs.
Did they walk you down the hallway and everybody, all the little kids?
No,
looked at you?
because so if you went to Second Mines, to all my fellow Second Miners out there,
That sounds like a little intense.
that sounds what?
Come mine sounds like
Seco Mines.
Seco
That was the
Mines
name of the
sounds like a
elementary.
drug.
Seco Mines Elementary. The mascot was a miner. We were miners.
What the heck is a minor?
Like a miner, people who worked in mines.
Oh,
Mhm.
so it was like a little character with the palo.
Yeah, with the little pico. Pala.
I've always thought mascots were like animals.
Well, not all of them.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, yes, I guess a mascot is an animal, but like our thing was a miner.
Oh, cause Seco Mines like a minor.
Seco Mines.
Okay, so then your mom pulled up. Oh no, they took you down the hallway.
Oh yeah, they took me out of the office into the cop car, and then I had called my mom, and she had to go pick me up like at
At the jail.
it wasn't a jail. They took me to
Oh, like the little police department
yeah, it was like the school district's little
down the street.
detention center. No,
Down the
they
street.
drove me. They drove me, and I went there, and then I remember I had to like be on probation for like a year, 2 years. I don't remember exactly, but
Oh yeah, cause you're like messing up property.
yeah, it was damage of property, and then my mom had to pay a fine, or my parents, obviously.
Wow.
But yeah, I was a criminal.
Yeah, he was a rebel. That's crazy.
Got my fellow Seco miner.
Fellow sticks and miners. So okay, yeah. So now that one thing I wanted to talk about was now that the 5-year gym anniversary is coming up, what is something you're looking forward to for our upcoming 5th year anniversary? As far as like it could be the gym goals or like us as business owners.
hmm So one thing, obviously, more equipment is always like in the back of my mind, you know. I just feel like one, the better equipment and the more equipment we have, like the more it attracts people, and like that's that's always a goal, you know, is to have more equipment. But on the other hand, I just feel like just to keep growing. I don't want to get like to a point where we're like, we're comfortable with with the amount of like people we have and like stuff like that. Um, I mean, it's just growth. I just want to keep growing. I want to make the gym be like the best gym possible for our members. I want to create that environment to where like I know now people look forward to coming to the gym, but I wanted, how do I say it? Like I wanted, I don't know. I just want it to be the best gym for them available, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
More equipment. I think buying equipment, when we buy equipment, it like excites me.
yeah, I was gonna say that it's kind of like buying a new pair of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like our members are really understanding. Like, if we could have all this equipment, all these like really cool assault runners and stuff, like we would if we could. But I'm glad that our members like don't look at it that way. Like they just show up and do what we tell them to do, and they enjoy the workout, you know. And I love getting those comments like after a class when they like say, "Man, that was a really good workout," or like sometimes some members like we all start clapping. I like those moments. Just
It's a it's a random clap.
yeah,
It's like a okay, everybody.
yeah, like woo, and then it was like yeah, and then everyone was like woo. Uh, not kidding, they don't say that, but I say that in my head. But yeah. So my goal too, as the 5-year anniversary for the gym, is just to just keep growing. Just keep growing the community there at the gym. And now that we're in the Kyle and Niederwald area, like more into Kyle, I'm hoping that we can get more members and clients. And also to us, obviously, like as a business owner, like, you want people to sign up. Like, that's how we're able to, like, make the money and stuff. But it's more like the more people we have, like, it makes me happy. It makes me happy that people choose strength and endurance to be their gym, like, to be part of the routine. And it just really, like, warms my heart seeing, like, sometimes when there's so much going on. And, like, I know nowadays in the afternoons, I leave a little bit earlier and Chris stays after for, like, the evening classes, or I'll be there halfway through and then I'll roll out, make sure everything's, like, done and stuff, like the admin things or finishing with my sessions. But whenever I see, like, all these members there, like, when we have a full class or even in the morning pulling up, um, like, people just there in the zone getting the workout in, like, it just warms my heart and makes me really happy. And I just hope we keep growing. And I love crowded classes, even though they can be chaotic and stuff. Like, I love when we have a lot of people up in there. Feels good.
Yeah.
So my goal is like growth of the community and also be involved in the community. So I'm hoping that we can sign up for a lot of more races this year now that we're kind of on track. Sign up for like events. I would love to volunteer with our members and stuff. That's something that I want to start doing this year. Collaborating with other businesses, connecting with other people, connecting with other content creators. Where I'm acting like we're content creators, but connecting with other people that like that are wanting to be like, well known and stuff. And we'll just kind of see. I'm just manifesting it all too. So
With people kind of with the same mindset, like that they want to grow,
yeah. So that's
because
pretty much what
it's
my main
important you
thing is.
surround yourself with like people like well-minded like that
Yeah, it's true. Like
that are like-minded. Sorry.
you are who you hang around with. Like obviously, I'm not gonna act like me and Chris are like super business 100% 24/7, like super strict. We love to party it up sometimes and like relax and like just have a good time with family and friends. But for that moment, and then bam, like all our friends get back at it, back to the grind. We push each other, we check in on each other, our members, our friends, and it's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
And also too, like I said, like we have a really big Latino community. So I love how like for example, we saw a lot of couple members at the Besame Mucho festival. So like it was cool to know that they relate with the same music.
And it's just that Spanish music just hits different.
Yeah, it just does. Like
It hits diff.
it hits
It
definitely.
was pretty cool seeing like the old like singers like Ramon Ayala and like
Mm-hmm.
because you kind of like grew. I know you grew up on that, and so did I. Like it
It's
was,
part of our culture.
yeah, and it's super cool to like that we kind of get to carry that with us, like things that our parents listened to and our parents grew up on, and now here we are still like jamming out to that type of music. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I jam to it daily.
Yeah, me too. Sometimes I work out to the music too.
Yeah, but yeah. Anything else we got? So what else do we have these next couple weeks? We have excited. We're gonna go see the Dodgers.
Oh yeah. So remember how we said like we're super busy these past couple weeks and then this next couple of weeks. So yeah.
Yeah, we're excited. So one of my buddies, that we work with, he's a branch manager at a supply house that we buy like roofing material from, and he's actually his wife Chelsea's the one that was a real big Dodger.
Yes.
He is a real big Dodger
Shout
fan.
out to
Steven
and
and
Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess she got him on the wagon to like the Dodgers.
And
Anyways,
I think she did say something like that, right?
yeah, anyways, they're both real big Dodger fans. So when we met them, that's kind of how like we hit it off. Like, oh, I like the Dodgers too, and we just kind of hit it off from there. So this is what our third game with them,
I think so, yeah.
our third game, and we're fortunate enough to have people like that are like that. They're willing to like, hey Chris, like we're gonna get y'all tickets, and that way y'all can like go enjoy a baseball game and stuff like that. So this is our third game. We're gonna go with them. They play here in Arlington.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks on the
In 2 weeks,
on the
yes.
18th.
So this weekend is my sister's and Coco's dirty
Oh yeah,
celebration. And then the next weekend, that's when we go. And then it's Easter that Sunday. It's crazy.
30.
Mm-hmm.
I turned 32 here in July.
We need to start planning that too. Yeah, and we have the Dodgers game, and then I know there was something going on after that, but
Oh,
and then Amy's official birthday.
hmm So many things going on.
Yeah. But again, we're grateful, like they're good things. What? Yeah, pura fiesta, no, hombre.
Pura fiesta.
Gastadera. Nah, in a good way. But again, we're excited for that. And we've kind of just been going with the flow, busy Monday through Sunday. Again, shout out to our team members for like always backing us up, being there for us, for our openers. Mandy, Yvonne, Rachel, our and open gymmer helpers, um, Michaela and Nancy and Giselle that helped me out too throughout the day. Tony, Daniel, Nevaeh, our closer. It's pretty cool.
Shout out.
Shout out to them. If you guys are listening, love you guys. But
Yeah.
honestly, like talking right now in the audio, like instead of the video, I mean, I'm literally like tirada right now, but it feels like I can tell the difference of not the echo. So like again, we're trying to learn all that too because
You said tirada, and I looked at you like, I thought you were saying like tirada, like you're tirada on the ground.
oh, well that too. I'm sitting on the ground, looking a little rough.
You're all tirada.
Yeah, and again we have a lot of fun things coming up for the gym. Our member appreciation day,
A 5-year anniversary.
5-year anniversary.
It's things like that that kind of they make me like real happy in a way too, because when we have events like this, like a lot of our members, like that's when they come and like show out and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty cool to like watch. And like a lot of our members met each other through the gym.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
now they hang out.
Yeah, they now.
And then el pedo and clubbing together.
No,
Yeah, some of them are.
no,
Yeah. No, but in a good way. It's okay. Like we all have lives.
yeah,
And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then the Murph.
the Murph. So since we opened S&E, how did we find out about the Murph?
We just
We knew it was a CrossFit thing, but
I think it was you that said you wanted to do the Murph, and then we just did it, and then we never stopped.
yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to do. Like, obviously, it's a workout that like honors
The fallen.
well, no, it honors a soldier who passed, and they do it in like memory of him.
Yeah, and then
It's
also the fallen. Like
and also yeah,
he's the main guy. Like
yeah,
I think his name is like something Murphy,
Michael Murphy.
but they call it the Murph.
Yeah, that's who they made that movie. Well, not they didn't make it about him, but he comes out in it like as a character. That Lone Survivor movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he comes out there. Well, they play him. But yeah, anyways, we do Murph every year.
That's something I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. And today in the morning, I had no, when was it? Yesterday, I had him do I had to do like a certain amount. I think I had him do like 50 push-ups, which
Oh, I did see that on
is not a lot, right? But I had him do that within the amount of time they were like at their station,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Time capsule, what, like 12 minutes?
and then Tim was like, "Are you preparing this for Murph?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Mhm.
Right, we'll start throwing like more push-ups.
You know what? Something we need to do is yes, we have the small group runs, but we need to start throwing in more runs in the class.
Oh yeah.
And I know our members are not gonna like that, but remember what my gym name is called, Strength and Endurance Academy. So endurance, aka conditioning, cardio.
For sure.
Yeah, so after this, gotta get back to the gym and stuff. So yeah. But thanks again, guys, for listening to episode 5. We will not take this long dropping the next episode, getting back on track. We might have audio for the next couple of episodes before we drop our next video. I'd rather drop an audio than not because of the video stuff. It's just because we got to figure out how the other microphone connects. But we're still learning, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So bear with us.
So bear with us, guys. We love you guys. And if you are listening to this, listened all the way, please do not forget to follow us on Spotify, subscribe to us, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, rate us on Spotify. That'll definitely help us. Comment on our YouTube video, like it, turn on your notifications, follow us on our Instagram, El Pumpcast, follow our TikTok. And again, thank you guys for showing so much love. And if you sat here and listened to the whole entire audio, that really means a lot to us. And we hope you enjoy them. And anything you guys want to talk about, ask us, let us know. And Thank you to our family for showing our love and showing us love and sharing our videos too to others and stuff like that.
Yeah. And thank you to our friends too who listened. I forgot to mention the last episode we dropped, one of my buddies called me and he was just like real uh he was just saying like kind of saying that we were doing like something good with this and he was real proud of us and stuff, which is I thought about it, I was like, damn, like I never thought you would like be listening, you know?
Yeah.
So you just never know like
Who's listening?
who's listening. But
Touching.
he came off like in a super good way, in a super
Good.
positive way.
And that's nice that he
It,
called you
yeah,
too.
yeah, and it made me super happy and I'm like cool, like that it was kind of cool that we were able to get out there like that, you know, in a way. But
Yeah.
yeah, shout out my boy Art.
That's super sweet.
Yeah, it was cool.
But all right, guys. See y'all soon. And don't forget to get your workouts in. Stay positive and show some love. We love you guys. We will see y'all in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.